Snack time. Sweet and salty. Lekker. Hey crew, welcome back to the Spiritual Social. I'm Lexi, your local light worker. I'm a tarot reader and an astrologer, and I'm very happy to be coming at you today with another PickACard reading. This is going to be on the topic of what your person thought the last time that they saw you. What was going through their mind? What stirred up their emotions? What impressions you left? What scent, what memory you created in their mind? We're going to explore this in this PickACard reading. So this is basically for those of you that have already been in a relationship, but feel free to listen as a single person. You might manifest the person, and you might also manifest the brief separation from that person, and this can apply to you in a future moment in time. So I have for you today 3 different options. I have 3 different tarot decks or 3 objects. Feel free to choose by whichever object pulls you in the most. So we have here for group 1, a turquoise owl, or the Broken Isn't Bad Tarot. For group 2, we have a Galaxy Stone Angel, or the Starspinner Tarot. And for group 3, we have a statue of Buddha, or the Tarot of the Divine. Feel free to consider which of these 3 options pulls you in the most. I will also be pulling some oracle cards from the Oracle of Nightly Flowers and the Green Witch Oracle. And I'll also be giving you a suggestion from another oracle deck, the Sacred Creators Oracle, to try to help you figure out how can you move forward in the pile of your choice, okay? So if you've made your decision, then I look forward to seeing you at your pile. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading. This is for those of you that were drawn to the Turquoise Owl and the Broken Isn't Bad Tarot. I'm going to live shuffle the cards to try to uncover the answer to the question, what did they think the last time that you saw this person? What was going through their mind? What was going through their heart? Let's find out. I also have a couple of pre-shuffled oracle cards for you at the end of the reading. So let's see. We have here the 2 of Swords, a state of anxious awaiting. The King of Cups, definitely true feelings here, a lot of hidden depths, a lot of emotional undercurrents to your meeting. This person could have actually had a poker face. They were playing really tough, but inside of them there was a wave of emotions. We also have here the World. They needed to travel to see you, or you needed to travel to see them. Either that, or you guys had a conversation on, through a social media app, and one of you was in a country and the other one was in another country. I'm getting a sense that the conversation might have been a bit heavy. This is the Saturn ruled card. And I'm really sorry guys, but I just had some mineral water and I think I'm getting this reflux back. A lot of things might have been very hard to digest for them. There might have been a feeling as if they're going to burst emotionally any second now. We also have here the 6 of Wands. There was a sense that whatever you guys talked about, it was liberating for one of you. It was freeing something up. I think it might have been for you rather than this person. I think this person actually played it very cool and casual, and inside they were like, like a volcano underwater, for lack of a better way of describing this feeling. Like there were tiny implosions happening within them, and every time they would catch themselves going like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, well, for you, it felt liberating. I think you got a load off your chest. You might have actually said some things that towards this person, they picked them up very sensitively. So what for you was, I'm just expressing my opinion. For this person was like, oh, you know, a knife to the chest. It's like, what are you doing to me? You're ripping me apart. But they didn't tell you that, which is a bit sneaky, because I think it would have helped the both of you if this person would have just told you what they felt. And they felt a lot of anxiety. And I think they felt a lot of anxiety at the thought of losing you. They might have also felt pressured into making a choice. You might have given them an ultimatum. We have here the Hanged Man. And eventually the situation was left hanging. It was almost as if there was a sacrifice that needed to be made. The Hanged Man usually represents Pisces. And Pisces is the sign of sacrifice, letting go. For one of you, I think it was harder to let go than for the other one. I do see here Saturn and Neptune, so this could have been a Pisces, Capricorn kind of energy. This might be the energy that exists within your own birth charts, or this happened during Pisces season, Capricorn season. I am getting a sense that a person's workout regime somehow interfered or appeared in this connection. A person's way of communication was under discussion. A person's capacity to just freely do what they want came in the discussion. There might have been some hot beverages that you guys consumed while you were talking. You might have actually had coffees or teas or something, or you just drank together at that time. One of you might have drunken something before the meeting because it was so emotionally intense for them. They needed something to couple them off. I want one more card. Let's see. The impression that you left was that there is the possibility still for a new beginning in terms of love with you. This person definitely feels a lot for you. With the King of Cups here, I feel that this is the person's energy and their position. And it was 4:44 when I looked at the recording time. So yeah, they feel so strongly for you. I feel like at the moment they might continue with this mask of, you know, I'm not bothered, it's all okay. Whatever you guys shared, it seems as if this person, it slid off like water off the duck's back, you know, it's like... But actually this person holds such deep feelings for you. I feel like whenever they're feeling stressed out, they have their happy place, you know, a place where they go mentally to feel a little bit more comforted, a bit more calm, where they can take some deep breaths. And that space includes you. In their mind, you are in their happy place. So I feel that at the moment with the Hanged Man and the Two of Swords, I feel that these are the beginning and ending kind of energies of your cards here. Things are kind of up in the air. One of you might prefer to leave them like that, while the other one wants to know more certainty, wants more clarity. I'm hearing truth and liberation. I feel that some truth is coming your way. Let's see. Let's see the oracle cards that you have. Let's see if they confirm or disconfirm. Oh, number 33, number of the Ascended Master, that refers to communication, creativity, and protection, as you can see in this card, right? Protection, the mouse at night. And then we also have number 24, Strawberry Agreement. The strawberry full moon could be significant for you. And if I'm not mistaken, this is coming up next. That's the next full moon, which will also take place during a Mercury retrograde. A lot of things are going to come up to the surface. I think that this person cannot maintain their poker face for too long. It's also being kept in a Hanged Man's position, you know, it's not comfortable at all. Like at one point you need to cut yourself loose because the circulation, the blood, is just completely coagulated in your brain, right? And it can lead to a stroke. So this lack of clarity, this indecision, this mental blindness to what is happening between the two of you will need to find some sort of resolution, because it's genuinely affecting your health, either yours or the person at question here. I also see Libra being strongly emphasized here. You could discuss something that happened between the two of you during Libra season, or one of you is a Libra. Protection. You guys might talk about why you haven't felt protected by this person. I feel that one of you holds a resentment inside because potentially during the pandemic, you could have seen this person, or the last time you talked to them was maybe before the pandemic happened. And I think you're going to see them again and you're going to talk to them about this issue of protection. Why haven't you contacted me during the pandemic? Why didn't you ask about my well-being? I thought we had an agreement. And I thought that agreement was that we would reach out to each other if something terrible happened. But this person maintained their composure. They maintained their distance. However, I do feel that right now with the Ace of Cups here, there are strong feelings. You left a very strong emotional impression on them. The last time they saw you spread your wings and fly, right? Towards something else. Potentially you left the country, you left for a new job, you relocated, you left the neighborhood, or you decided to amicably not contact each other anymore. Either that or this person stopped communicating with you and you felt somehow ghosted. And I think that somebody is coming back to renew this agreement and to give you a sense of protection. I think somebody wants to round up this connection. Let's see what advice you actually get for how you can handle the situation when this person returns. So we have here raw intention together with the sacred flow of yes. And again, Pisces, and I see with this red and with this orange, this is about intimate stability. The root chakra and the sacral chakra. Intimate stability. Whatever you guys were kind of running away from, I feel that this person saw how a little bit emotionally detached you were from them the last time that you saw them. You were protecting your heart from something, and they preferred to let you spread your wings and fly away from them so that you would come to this conclusion that actually you really want to be with them. And they prefer to patiently wait in a state that has reached the point right now where they are feeling actually anxiety, the thought of losing you forever, because a lot of time I feel has passed from the moment when you last had a discussion face to face or over a social media app. And now coming back together, I think will be quite raw for both of you. It will be a moment of vulnerability, of, emotional outburst. Deep communication that's going to renew this agreement between the two of you. And I have a feeling you're going to say yes to whatever this person wants to offer you, whether it's a renewal or reconciliation, just being friends, or whether it is starting things all over again from the beginning. Yeah, pressing that reset button on your connection. So you left a very strong emotional impression on this person, but they kept it hidden. They kept it secret. This Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. A lot of water sign energy in this reading. So I hope you have enjoyed it. I'm going to keep it short and sweet for today. And I'm sending you a lot of love. Bye. Hey group 2, I'm so happy to have you here, guys. Welcome. So this is for those of you that were drawn to the Galaxy Stone Angel and to the Starspinner Tarot. This is going to be a PickACard reading on the topic of what impression you left on them the last time they saw you. So let's find out. Okay, so heavy impression, heavy. Maybe you also produce a lot of heavy feelings inside of them. A quarter of the deck fell to the table, so this is something really heavy and important. I also have a couple of pre-shuffled oracle cards here for you. I'm gonna open these up towards the end of your reading to see if they confirm or disconfirm the tarot cards. So let's see, let's dive into this. We've got things to talk about. So we have here the Four of Coins. This person felt jealous. They felt really jealous. They wanted to hold on to you. They almost like wanted to make you theirs. Oof. Five of Swords. They wanted to win at all costs. They might have been quite rude in the way that they talked to you. They might have said some things that were just meant to get you to submit to them. You know, it's like, I'm talking now, or, you know, that is your idea, but this is what I think about what happened between the two of us, or how could you do that to me? You know, so I'm getting a very kind of passionate conversation where there wasn't much emotion. It was a lot about righteousness, right? Who's right, who's wrong, and just wanting to win. I think that this person, okay, this is a bit, yeah, it's a bit nasty, but I think that this person thought that you were cheating on them with someone else. They didn't have the evidence to back that up, but nonetheless, they might have said something that was just meant to make you feel jealous. So to trigger jealousy in you because they felt hurt by some imaginary jealousy fact. In some cases, for a small portion of you, this wasn't imaginary. This person knew for a fact that you were cheating on them or flirting with other people. But for the majority of you that have chosen this group, this wasn't fact-based. It was just a figment of their imagination. We have here the Star. I feel that there was a feeling that one of them, and I think that is you, tried to kind of appease the situation. You tried to bring more hope into it. You tried to make that person feel like, hey, it's all okay, baby. You know, it's gonna be fine. What are you worried about? The Two of Wands. But there was a sense of you guys kind of moving emotionally apart from each other. And I think you were wondering, why is this person behaving like this? Do they have like something that they want to tell me? You know, sometimes people get really triggered. And this is something really interesting. I've also learned it the hard way through experiences in my love life. Sometimes people make a big case about being jealous over you because they are thinking of sleeping with someone else, and they're projecting their guilt and the shame that they might be feeling at the thought of cheating on you with someone else. They're projecting that onto you. It's like, it's your fault. You're the one who wants to cheat on me, rather than, hey, I'm the one who's been having these kind of weird thoughts. I need to just own up to the fact that there might be something not working in my connection with my lover that I need to own up to, you know? I need to actually understand, why am I feeling attracted to someone else? Usually it's because there is some sense of emotional immaturity. There is some sense of the grass is greener on the other side. There is a sense that I'm not happy with what I have. I need to look for excitement someplace else, which stems from a deep wound in that person's psychology. So that's kind of, for some of you, I'm getting that this is what happened. So they might have blamed you. The impression that you left on them was that you're the one to blame. But the impression that you left on them was for the majority of you a fantasy, a projection of their own kind of imbalanced, ungrounded, wounded sense of self that they projected onto you. I hope this makes sense. Yeah, and we have here the Nine of Swords. You see the devil, the devil kind of jumping on top of this person who's like, I'm just trying to rest. But it's like, no, I want you to get up in the middle of the night and spend a lot of hours overthinking the situation. I think this person listened to their inner demon rather than to what was actually happening between the two of you. And it was 4:44 when I said that. Four of Wands, speaking about four, I think that there is potential here for the two of you to actually be kindred spirits. You know, that you're supposed to somehow build something together. And I see it very strongly represented here with the Two of Wands. The Two of Wands is usually my twin flame card. I don't want to go there. I don't want to go into the myth of the twin flame because this is not the kind of reading. I have a specific set of readings for that one. But for the majority of you, I think that you're supposed to build something together with this person. And I think on some level, this person's reaction, kind of overblown, possessive, I want to win at all costs kind of reaction, made you feel like, you know, like, what's up with you? Are you feeling too good with what we have? Do you need to stir up some drama? And then I think there was some sort of a separation between the two of you, or some sort of distance that made you genuinely question whether you should take this red flag into consideration. However, I do see here that as the story unfolds, 555, it really struck me. So there is a change coming in, and this change is on an emotional level. We have the Ace of Cups, which is interesting because the Ace of Cups appeared in the previous reading for group 1. So a lot of emotional renewals are happening, and I'm super happy to see this because I do feel that this retrograde, the Mercury retrograde we're entering, is the retrograde of love, mostly due to the fact that it's taking place conjunct Venus and conjunct the North Node. So that's where all the energy is being funneled into at the moment, into love, reconciliation, reconsideration, reanalyzing what has happened between the two of you. And the majority of people in the collective at the moment are split, separated, ghosted, unclear about what is happening. So I think a lot of reconciliations are coming. And look, we have the King of Chalices, which is, wow, again, just like group 1, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy. Somebody that is coming back with apologies, with forgiveness, with a gift, an emotional gift. That gift can just be hugging you. Not saying anything, just coming and lunging towards you and hugging you so that you feel emotionally safe, so that you feel protected. Then we also have here the Chariot. Yeah, a lot of wounds being, how should I say, lifted up to the surface to be embraced and acknowledged. People's dark side coming together with their light side. I think we're collectively rising to this understandings of what was our fault in the personal connections that we had. How did we F up? How can we patch everything back up? And I think this is happening both for you and for your person. And I think that this person understood that they needed some time, but now I think they understand, now being the moment when you stumble upon this reading. Now they understand that the impression that you left on them was a projection of their own unhealed mind. Time has passed, their wounds were healed, and they understood that there's nothing to be worried about. Coming back to the Star, you were actually quite peaceful, quite conciliatory. You were trying to get this person to become more aware of the fact that, hey, you might be projecting here, or hey, are you sure this is not your fear speaking rather than your love for me? But the person wasn't ready. They weren't hearing with their ears. They were hearing with their deep wounds. It was like a filter between you and them, and they were talking to that filter. Yeah. Sometimes this happens. Sometimes unconscious processes take over people. And then we also have here the 7 of Coins. Wow, okay, so the final 2 cards in your reading, the tarot cards, are 7-7. Wonderful. This is my card for, 7 is a highly spiritual number, and it is a spiritual sense of the world, gaining wisdom through a lot of hardship, through a lot of moments of not having what you want, delayed gratification, delayed hope, obstacles in the paths towards you wanting to achieve your goals. And that is teaching you patience, that is teaching you letting go, surrender, forgiveness, all these really difficult aspects in life. That somehow, the more we practice them, the more they bring us closer to spirit. This is a very strong 12th house kind of energy. Forgiveness is coming. Surrendering the ego, understanding that you were actually gelling quite well together. There was no need to push each other apart. There was no need for jealousy because this person, they had your heart. And you knew that. You gave it to them. Or at least your companionship, if you guys haven't yet acknowledged the fact that you're in love with each other. And I think that this declaration is coming. I think there could be a span of 7 days to 7 weeks. So let's see the oracle cards if they confirm or disconfirm what I've just said. Motivation, yeah, this person is determined. They're coming forward. They could be in a highly divine feminine kind of energy, because I just uploaded a reading on the divine feminine, and I felt this energy of being determined and doing a lot of inner work at the moment. So you could be the divine masculine and they could be the divine feminine, even though you might be in different gendered bodies, yeah? We also have here strength. Yes. I love this card, the Fennel, number 19. So it shows that this person is finally summoning up the strength to admit that they were wrong, to admit that they were projecting their problems onto you. Your last encounter had nothing to do with you and the state of your relationship, and had everything to do with how this person was unhealed and broken from past experiences. They might have seen a small detail, maybe you flirting with someone or like liking the photo of a famous celebrity, and boom, that trigger came up to the surface, an unhealed part of how potentially a past partner or a past family member betrayed their trust or did something that made them feel like they were less than. And this came up out of the blue, like a dragon rearing its ugly head in your relationship. And it led to this moment of what the, you know? Let's see when this person comes back, because I see that they are coming back in 7 days, 7 weeks from now. What do you need to do in order to navigate this new encounter between the two of you? Step ahead is all you need. You just need to be present. You just need to say, okay, I'm willing to hear you out. What do you have to say to me this time? And we also have here collaboration of souls. Yeah, as I said, wow, this is so beautifully reflected in what I was saying earlier. You're meant to build something together with this person. You might only take them back as friends or as business associates. You don't have to actually take them back into your body, if you know what I mean, right? So they don't have to become your lover again. Or if you guys weren't lovers, there might be a period where you guys need to reaccommodate before you open up to them physically and emotionally. But initially, you're going to open up the communication. You're going to remend that broken bridge, and you're going to hear this person out. And I think you're going to really be happy with what they have to hear, because they have the strength and the determination to admit that they were wrong. So that was the reading that I had for you, Group 2. I really hope you've enjoyed it. I'm keeping it short and sweet today. Thank you for listening, and I hope to see you in my next one. Hey, Group 3. Hey, my loves. This is for those of you that were drawn to the Buddha and to the Tarot of the Divine. This reading today is going to be on the topic of what impression you left on your person the last time they saw you. What were they thinking? What was the general atmosphere between the two of you? And I'm also going to be looking at whether they're coming back and what advice I can give you to help navigate the situation better. So let's see. Oof. There might have been some sort of emotional outpouring when you guys had this final or your previous encounter. I'm not sure whether it's final. I'm not getting that it will be final. For the other two piles, it was a similar energy. It feels like people are coming back and they're returning. It's also interesting because I'm filming this on the cusp of a Mercury retrograde. So yeah, I am seeing that this is going to be the retrograde of love, where a lot of people are going to reconsider the choices that they've made in love and the ways in which they communicated. And speaking about communication, your first card that we have here is the King of Swords. This person felt that they had the upper hand intellectually in this connection with you. They might have felt that they are smarter than you, that they speak clearer than you, that they are more inspired and spiritual than you. This person could suffer a little bit from a superiority complex. Maybe they are working in science, maybe they are in a high-profile position in life, and thereby they think that they can lord over certain people with their intelligence. They are a little bit on the skeptic side. They are not this person that believes necessarily in the occult or in other forms of knowledge. They might consider those naive or primitive or childish. There is a sense that this person can be quite sociable and polite, but they are also overly logical to the point where they neglect their emotions. And this situation might have created a chasm between the two of you, because I feel that here with the Empress energy, your energy is one in which you are very connected to the earth. You're very pragmatic. You are very you enjoy life, you enjoy beauty, pleasure, you like to take good care of yourself, you like to eat good food, you like to just be loving and open with the people in your life, and most of all, you like to know what you can count on. And this person might have said a lot of things, but they didn't actually have follow through. So your last encounter, I think, was a little bit awkward. I'm getting a sense that genuinely one of you was thinking, are we really compatible? I mean, I don't know. I feel like your values are different. I feel like what you want me to do is very different than what you would like to do. For example, you guys might have planned to take a holiday together, and one of you wanted to go to the beach and the other one wanted to go to the mountainside, and there might have been a clash. Or maybe you discussed a political issue, you know, and you found out that this person, I don't know, you're a Republican and the other person is liberal, or this person is pro-vaccine or you are anti-vaccine, you know, all sorts of these divisions that exist in society at the moment. I think they filter through your last conversation. And I mean, that was just on a surface level, because these issues, when people fight over such issues, it actually speaks to a deeper emotional lack of accepting a part of themselves that is contradictory to what they think of themselves. So that shadow self, right? When we reject something, when we push it away, when we block and separate ourselves from certain people in our lives that we more or less manifested, it's a clear indication that we are not accepting something of ourselves. That's why people that are the most judgmental in life are the people that are very self-hating. So in a way, it does make me think that one of you was trying to be quite peaceful and quite calm, and I think suggested food instead of arguing, and the other one just wanted to have the upper hand. The other one just wanted to like assert their mental dominance. It's like, I'm right and you're wrong. It's very similar energy to group 2. It's kind of like, I need to show you how intelligent I am right now, and I need your validation because that will make me feel very anxious if you don't do that for me. And the other partner might have just been like, I love you. Let's just have some food. Let's have sex. Let's enjoy life. What are you talking about, you know? So there was a disjuncture here. I feel like you were on 2 different frequencies. One of you was trying to accept themselves by kind of projecting the parts of themselves that they didn't like onto you. And the other one was potentially a little bit too passive. They should have intervened. They should have fired themselves up a little more. I feel that if you guys might have actually engaged in a full-blown fight, you would have made up right there on the spot, on the moment, you know, you would have had some really yummy makeup sex and the situation would have been leveled up. But I think one of you was trying to calm the other person and the other person was trying to pick a fight, and that fight didn't happen. And it was like a very, like a balloon that diffuses very quickly and it ends up into a plasticky mulch. You didn't understand what was happening, you know? And that person felt hurt by the fact that you wouldn't argue with them. It's so strange. There was a sense of possessiveness as well. It's like this person wanted to argue with you, but they didn't want to let you go at the same time. And that might have been part of the reason why I think you decided to go into a stalemate. It's like, you know what? You're not making any sense right now. I don't know what's come over you. I'm just going to take care of my physical well-being, of my money, of the things that I have to do for work. And when you are done being possessive and overly righteous and judgmental and I don't know what's happening to you, then come and see me, okay? I have food, I am pretty, I am willing to listen, but when you make sense. So I think that might have been the conversation. I don't know why, but food seems to be significant here. Maybe this person has a deep wound regarding feeding. Maybe they had to be on a very strong diet all their life, or they might just have some sort of eating disorder that they were keeping secret from you. And you might have triggered them accidentally by offering them good food. You might have triggered that wounding within them. There were definitely things you did not know, because the King of Swords is also quite a masterful manipulator. The King of Swords understands that knowledge is power and it keeps it away for the right moment when knowledge can be used to work towards his benefit. And the Empress is a pretty non-complicated kind of energy. She's just rich and abundant and beautiful, and she doesn't like to chase or push or over-intellectualize a situation. I see very strongly here the signs of Gemini, Aquarius, and Taurus at play. So you guys might have had some sort of core incompatibility between your elements, you know, air and earth. It's kind of like you're lacking the water and the fire, but I think the air sign between the two of you wanted to bring more passion into this connection, and it was met with the blockade of earth. It's like, no, things are stable. What are you talking about? You know? Yeah, really interesting. So then there was this kind of, again, we have, you know, earth and air. So again, it's like you guys need some help from a water sign or a fire sign. Yeah, I'm getting a sense that you guys might not reach that point where your arguments are intense enough to actually solicit an explosion of emotions that ends up with passionate lovemaking. But you're also not wanting to let go of this connection, you know? So it's like we can't actually scale it upwards emotionally, even though I think the air sign might really would appreciate a bit more fire in this connection. But at the same time, you don't want to let go because it's like, but you're familiar, you're what I know, you know, you guys might be great together at making pragmatic stuff happen, you know, you might be great at, I don't know, giving each other information, at cooking, buying things together. You guys might have also been through a period where you thought of moving in together, you know, and it's like, what's happening with all these plans? Why are you behaving so reckless right now? So that could be either you or the other person. I feel that this was part of your conversation. One of you might have said that. Nine of Swords. I do think that one of you is not really satisfied with what they have in their life. And I think this stems from a very broken connection with their own father. Because this card shows the Oracle of Delphi predicting that Oedipus is going to kill his son. His father. Right, so this is the father that is mourning the fact that he will be killed by his son. And thereby he's raising him in a way that actually ends up fulfilling that prophecy by pushing him away from him instead of loving him, right? So love could have actually solved the situation, but you pushed each other away and it's kind of leading to a self-fulfilling prophecy. So be very mindful of this connection. I want to pull one more card because I'm not getting an energy that this person might be returning, but I also don't feel like you guys are broken up completely. Ah, okay, good. So more clarity. The Death card. Rebirth. A rebirth is assured, okay? The energy is going to change. It's predestined that the energy between the two of you is going to change. If not now, with this current Mercury retrograde, by Scorpio season this year. Let's see. Wow, talking about Scorpio season, Halloween, the bat, right? So this is defiance, défi. It's also, I think, challenge, if I'm not mistaken, in French. So there is something that you guys need to overcome here, and it could be one of you needs to overcome their passivity, and the other person needs to overcome their feeling that they are lacking something in this connection. So one of you needs to become more active, more outspoken, more passionate, and I think that's you. And the other person needs to be more happy with what they already have, not feeling the need to chase something better. Stop comparing themselves with someone else. And I think that's your partner. I feel that whoever is the air energy here needs to stop comparing themselves with someone else and to be happy with what they already have, to start valuing you more for your qualities and not looking at you and thinking, oh, this person is lacking. And you, my love, or whoever is the Taurus energy here, or the earth energy, you could also be a Virgo and a Capricorn, you need to put more passion into this connection. You need to stop treating it so pragmatically and as it is, and not take it for granted, you know? Just put more passion, put more energy, and I think you're gonna enjoy it as well. Don't expect it to come from your partner, because it will come out only in these bursts of, you know, immaturity or like arguments all of a sudden out of the blue. We also have here divination. You might benefit from the advice of a tarot reader during this period if you're struggling a little bit to understand what is happening here. And this is also chives, yeah, so it's a spicy connection, or more spiciness needs to come into this connection. And now, how can you handle the situation? I have a feeling that this person is not coming back because you are the one who is meant to reach out. I'm really sorry. This might not be what some of you want to hear out there, but sometimes this is what I feel. It's like, I feel that you need to reach out to them. You see how in this death card, she's the one pulling the curtain, trying to see the person behind the death mask. So this person might have actually retreated. Yeah, there's a stalemate here, an anxious stalemate between the two of you. And the way you can move forward and unblock this energy, external validation of the good kind. So I feel that you can be this person's external validation. They might be struggling at the moment to love parts of themselves, and you have to actually put more effort into letting them know how loved they are. Not to take the situation for granted, not just to say like, of course I love you, we're in a connection, what are you talking about, you know? No, actually put effort and say, I love you. Why are you running away? I want you to be by my side, okay? And maybe even to commit to establishing something quite romantic, maybe a date night a week, you know, or a month if you guys cannot afford it each week. Something that can get you to connect with each other each week. Yeah. Okay, so this is what I had for you, group 3. It ended a little bit like on a pause, but I think this is because the decision is up to you, whether you want to reconnect with this person or whether you want to do something else. Keep in mind, external validation of the good kind is the way forward. So thank you so much for listening. I hope to see you in my next one.